Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums, and this is Sandy's 13 Frights Before Halloween 2022. Today I'm going to show you something that will be fabulous if you're going to have a Halloween party or a pumpkin decorating contest. So these are Halloween award badges. They are made using ribbon, paper, and then I do have a file of the words to print out, which I'll show you later how you can get that. But let me show you one a little bit closer up. All right, we're going to take a closer look. So these ones have the circular badge, and then it's on a scalloped circle, and then I have a piece of metallic silver paper, and then below that is a black rosette. And I've got a couple of different ribbons. I have this fabulous spider ribbon. Wait, can you see it? And then I have other spider ribbons. There's that spider ribbon. That's got a little bit of a glitter on the spider. And then I have some spider web ribbon, which goes really cool with that. And then I've got this silver sparkly ribbon. And I added just a little bit of curling ribbon. It's curling ribbon. I've also done some using some crepe paper, seam binding. I mean, really, the sky's the limit. You could do it with paper as well. Just cut paper and add that to it. So let me show you how I made it, but I'll show you what it looks like all done, all the file printed, and then I'll grab my hot glue gun and we'll put together some of the ribbon. So let's do that now. Okay, I'm going to show you, so this I've already got on my canvas in my Cricut. This image is a free image, and I'll show you where I found it. I went into images, I put in scallop, circle, and then I went and filtered it for free, and there we are. Now the thing about that one is I'm ungrouping it because it's got a black layer and the turquoise layer. One just has bigger scallops than the other, so that may make a difference to you, may not, but I'm going to delete the turquoise one and this one. So now I've resized all of my badges to 2 inches. I'm going to change the scallop to, let's do 2.2. And I'll put that, I'll show you what it looks like. Let's see if the sizing works on it. Yeah, that's okay. So that's what it'll look like. There'll be a little scallop circle behind it, but not a lot. Now you could print it out with that, but I want to have some dimension. I'm going to duplicate it 3 times. So we have 4 total. And then you see these bats. These are another free image. So lots of bats, and you know, if you want to get any, but I want to do free. There's this one, but that'll cut out all those little white indentations, and I really don't need a baseball bat, and I don't need whatever that is. So just click on that. I've already added it to the canvas, and I shrunk them down. They're about 1 inch, probably need to be a little smaller. You don't want them too small because it'll be difficult. Now if you have a punch or a die that'll cut out some small bats, you could use them. You don't really even need them. You could use little spiders or whatever you want. Okay, I just duplicated several of them. I may or may not use them, but let's go ahead and make it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be printing it out on 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I'm using cardstock and not paper, so I'll go ahead and print that and show you what I've got. Okay, now I've printed that. And now this is going to print the 4 scallops and a bunch of bats. So I'll go ahead and do that and then again show you what I've got. And I'm waiting for the Cricut machine. Okay, I'll load up the mat. It's going scan, make sure it finds the registration marks, and then I'll go ahead and cut it. The magic of an electronic cutting machine. All right, so here's my leftover 8x11 sheet that I have my scallops and bats cut out of. I'm going to cut off some of this area and reuse this to make my rosettes. So here's a trick. When you're making rosettes and you're making more than one, you can score you could score a whole piece of paper. You can use 8x11, you can use 12x12. The rosettes I used about an inch of the cardstock, but this is about 6 inches, so I can make 6 rosettes with this. I'm scoring at every 1/4 of an inch, starting at 1/4. And I know you don't want to see me do this whole thing, so I'm going to turn this on fast forward and get it done. Okay, so I've got that scored. First thing I'm going to do is grab my cutting board again. And yeah, I know I have a super duper one, and you can't always find these, so I put a link, I think I have a link of ones that I might get if this one were to go. Hopefully it won't. I'm cutting off just 1/4 inch. I like having an odd number. It helps with the folding. And then I'm going to cut 1 inch off of here, and you can cut the rest of them into 1 inch increments. You could do 1.5 if you wanted to. So we fold accordion style. All right. Now I should have told you when you were cutting out the rosettes to add a couple extra circles, but you could also use a hole punch. So now I take this and I glue these 2 pieces together. That's why I cut one off. And you could use liquid adhesive. I'm just going to use my hot glue gun because it's here. And it's immediate. So I'm just making sure that that is even. Okay, and then I will take it and push the center in. So maybe the 1 inch would have been good. But you know what? That'll be okay for what we're doing here. I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. And make sure that's centered on there. And hold it down. Okay, I ended up cutting an orange scallop about 2 3/4. And this is bigger than you need for a badge you would wear, in my opinion. You could also use a silver metallic. I'm going to take the Happy Halloween and I'm going to put it on this scallop that we cut. And then I'm going to grab some dimensional adhesive and just put a couple of pieces on here. peel off the backing and put that on there. And we've got a couple of layers with the rosette. So now let's add some ribbon to it. So I just grabbed some that I've had in my stash, just bits and pieces. And I know I want on the bottom this pretty metallic orange and black ribbon. That would be fabulous. So I'm going to cut off, let's see how much, about 6 inches. You can do longer or shorter, depends on what you want. And I'm going to make a fishtail at the bottom. So that'll probably go on the bottom. And then I've got some glitter ribbon. And I'll cut a fishtail there. You don't have to. Jaggedy probably would work just as well for Halloween. So that'll go about there. And then I've got this skull. Now, it doesn't all have to be, oh, that already has a fishtail. Oh, well. It doesn't all have to be straight ribbon. So like you saw, you can take curling ribbon and put that on. We'll do a couple of those. I'm going to grab different scissors. You could use pieces of paper. Like I said, you could use streamers and maybe just cut them into strips. That makes it very flowy. I bet you could probably take spider webbing and add that. And I have a little bit of this stuff. I'm just going to cut that. So I have that, and then I have this glitter orange and black. So I'm going to turn this over, and you could grab just another piece. And you know what I'm going to do? I just grabbed a circle that I used my circle punch. I'm going to put down that this is the center of the bottom. So just so I know where the center is. And then I will add some glue here and turn those over and add that. Let's get some of this sparkly ribbon. Let's add some more glue and add some of the black and orange skulls. Some of the glitter black, and then finally, and I'll put that up there just for this. And the black and glitter goes on the last because it's the biggest. I'm going to take another piece of cardstock that's cut. I think this is smaller than 2 inches, but that's okay. I just need something on the very back, keep everything together, and you add a badge. Let me see if I have one. I have a badge, you know, one of these pin backings in my stash. And I'll just add some glue, add that on. Now, if you're going to use this for a pumpkin, actually, I probably don't need this. If you're going to use it for a pumpkin, I would use double-sided tape. But there we go. There is a Halloween, either an award badge or for costume contest or for pumpkins. Oh, you know what else we need to do? I didn't do this yet. Let's add some bats just to make it extra creepy. So I think I want one up there. And one coming down here. And one off to this side as well. I put that one underneath the layer. But there we go. All right, and there we go. I've got, if you want to make first place, second place, third place, again, for costume contests or pumpkins or whatever you want to do, and then this could be used for anything. So that is how I make the badges. Oh, let me tell you how you can get the files. So you can just make badges yourself up on your electronic cutting machine, or I do have a download in my Etsy shop. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. I've got both this black and white one, and I've also got the colorful one if you do something a little more they're just brightly colored. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the 13 Frights Before Halloween. Don't forget to check out all the other fabulous videos just by using the hashtag. And thanks, Sandy, for allowing me to join in on this 13-week journey. It's been a lot of fun. We have a couple more weeks to go, and we'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fabulous day.